Hey there, everybody. Shell Brodnax here with an episode of Stager Talk. And I am super excited because this is a 2023 elections edition. And I'm so excited today because we are going to talk to the absolutely phenomenal RESA ambassador of all ambassadors, Yolanda Tillman. Hello, Yolanda, or Yo as I call you.
Hello, Lady Shell and my national board and everybody out there and RESA Nation. Hello.
Yeah, so let me take a few minutes to introduce everybody. We have the lovely Jacqueline Franken, our chairperson of board of directors. Jackie.
Good morning. Nice to see everyone. Thank you for joining us today.
Another board of directors, Manol Shamarine. Manol is from Texas. Welcome, Manol.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
And Annie Furlow, our newest board member for this year. It's her first term, and she is from Florida. Welcome, Annie.
Hello, and good afternoon or morning or wherever you are right now.
Absolutely. So this is where we get to meet the candidates. We've already done 2 of these interviews. So now we're going to talk to Yo, and we're just going to dive in and just get started. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
All right. All right. So Yolanda, you have been with us for in the staging industry for a while now. We've known each other for a few years now. Can you let everybody else know exactly how long you've been in the staging industry?
Yes, I'll be happy to. I officially started the real estate staging industry the very first day or 3-day weekend with CSP staging certification back in September of 2014. Which is about now 8 years ago. In our training, there was one section about belonging to a trade organization that Christine had introduced us students to, that we should join RESA, because at that time, she was definitely a RESA member. And so she offered us a voucher program for preferred rating. So I took full advantage of it, and voila, and I'm still here strong with RESA.
Awesome. Awesome. And yes, she's still a member. CSP is a huge supporter of RESA. In fact, one of the founding people in the industry that helped found the organization.
Yes.
And Yolanda, you're you do such a brilliant job being ambassador for RESA. I mean, amazing. So could you tell us a little about what skill sets and, qualifications allow you to do that? I mean, you just do so much and so well.
Okay, well, the skill set, basically, as you know, like you mentioned, the first RESA ambassador, and I was able to identify a need among our members, what we were lacking, what could make it better, okay? And so I came up with the criteria for the first RESA ambassador, and thank you for the national board. It was approved last year around this time, actually. So it's been proven to be very successful. I reach out to, I have my list here of all of our presidents on a quarterly basis, just to kind of, see what's going on, how everybody's doing. I try to help those struggling chapters, of course, that were on the brink of closing. And some of them I'm glad to report to you all, maybe about 3 weeks ago, after having the conversations and just listening, I was able to save about 2 of our chapters from not consider closing. So I'm happy about that.
Awesome.
Yeah. So,
Awesome.
I won't mention the chapters or anything out of respect, but yes, so it does work. And I'm I just love it. I mean, it's not just only for me, it's for all of us. It's an investment that we all need to take pride in and to do.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
So Yolanda, it sounds like you're already a leader and a passionate leader at that. Can you just tell us a little bit more about some of the leadership roles that you've had in the past, either through RESA or, just in your career?
Certainly. Well, my leadership experience is very extensive. First, by serving 35 years with the U.S. federal government as an acquisition and contract manager until my retirement, which was in June of 2015. I serve as a small business specialist under the Department of Justice, Drug Enforcement Administration, known as DEA. awarded numerous contracts and received awards for meeting the Small Business Administration's percentage ratio. Most federal government agencies, they have to set aside awarding contracts to small business, minority, women-owned, veterans-owned, and all of that. So with my efforts in that, we were successful with my agency, and I won an award for that. I served on a team for establishing the TSA mentorship program, where I assisted with setting up criteria for those employees newly to the government to be paired with a senior employee that would help them stir in the direction that they should go in their career path. I'm also a proud member of my sorority, Delta Sigma Theta sorority. It's a service-based sorority with more than 300 initiated members and 1,000 chartered chapters worldwide. Experienced leadership roles by not only working as a regular committee member, but I also chair a couple of our programs as well. Now going on to RESA. I got the other hat. I should have had a hat. But anyway, very active, of course, in my chapter, the Greater Capital Area chapter, as a new member liaison. For those who are new to RESA, as they come in, it's a volunteer role to encourage those members who have the natural leadership skills, passion for building and growing relationships, ability to gather feedback and provide an innovative insight to RESA's mission. Also, I direct new members and yes, some existing members to RESA's approved accredited training providers, which we have the most awesome training providers. And so I encourage them, if they're not certified, to go there and find the program that's best for them. I also serve as Vice President of Membership for 2019. Voila, can you see that?
There you go.
Yes.
Nice.
Right, okay. Because I helped increase our membership tremendously by hosting membership drives, sending correspondences to area professionals, telling them about RESA. One of them was like House. House was very instrumental, House, HOUZZ, where you can kind of categorize for your area. Here, we're in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. So I was able to kind of categorize and tune into those professionals. And I just simply reach out to them, because you'd be surprised that a lot of them, they don't even know about RESA, and so that's the opportunity that you can share with them about it, and to also become a member of our chapter, which I can truly say that it had happened for us, and that was great. We were also awarded finally Chapter of the Year in 2019. Woo-woo! So, I'm happy about that. Also, co-chair with my dear friend Janie Jensen. Then she was the president of Silicon Valley chapter, and now she's the California State President, with our RESA Volunteer Committee for 2018 and 2019. Together, we had the largest volunteers of about 40 of our members, and it was so warm and just coming forth and say, okay, we'll do whatever you tell us to do. And so it was just awesome. And so this year I said, Janie, would you come and, co-chair again? She said, oh, Yolanda, I think I want to maybe sit out and kind of, just relax a little bit. I said, but Janie, if I need you, yes. So that's my girl. So yeah, so she assisted again. And like I said, I welcome and thank all of the volunteers, and they all had a great time. Like I mentioned earlier, October of 2021 is when I created, the RESA Ambassador Leadership Program. Again, that was approved by the National Board. And I created 5 initiatives, but in the essence of time, I'm just going to highlight 2 key points here. One is to provide ideas and best practices to the struggling chapters while identifying the lack of leadership among new and existing boards, and encourage local chapter boards to plan and seek those members who pose an interest in stepping into leadership roles. And so, like I said, with the conversations that I've been having, I was able to save 2 of our chapters. And so that's a great accomplishment. It's dear to my heart.
Well, the next
Amazing
question I was
work.
going to ask, I feel like you've um, but any other professional contributions that
Like,
you have?
right, like that's not enough, right?
I
That's
think
not
that's
enough, right?
You mean contributions to the industry? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're sitting here going, well, this really wraps up this question here.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that's
I
pretty good.
Unless that you left anything out that you haven't done yet. Is there anything
Yeah, I
else?
got some more. I got some
Oh,
more.
bring it
Oh
on.
my gosh, we got some more. Okay.
Well, let's hear it.
Well, guys, in addition to the professional contributions, of course, in the industry, I will continue to serve as an active member of my Women's Council of Realtors, which is one of RESA's initiatives for all members to engage in, either individually or your chapter affiliation. I serve as a sponsor in promoting my services, and it's wonderful organization. Just go to wcr.org and find a local chapter in your area. I continue to support the real estate industry across the board by sharing knowledge of my staging expertise, continue to educate realtors on ongoing business with real estate stagers, and inviting those stagers, designers, businesses who are aware of RESA to tell them about our organization and join our membership. And I have a note here to remind myself that it's very important that our faces, our beautiful faces, be uploaded into our database. I sometimes take the luxury of just going through each of the chapters, and I don't see enough of our members with their profiles or their bios. Is very, very important. Because of that, recently I worked with a realtor who was looking for staging services. And so I asked him, well, how did you find me? And so actually he said, Reese, and I almost jumped. I said, you did? You found me through our webpage? And she said, yeah. So with that said, when we invite those to come in or to visit us, we want to be home, right? So I challenge all of my colleagues to please take time, upload your information, because it does make a difference. Also, I created a shadow program. It's a mentoring incoming new CSP graduates in our program here in the US and in Canada and beyond, by following up with them after their completed training and advise them of the next steps of setting up their real estate staging businesses with the tools taught in class. And of course, I mentored to non-CSP grads. I spearheaded our own CSP graduate support group, which was approved by Christine, for our graduates to have their own voices with each other, sharing challenges, ideas, by becoming an administrator for this social media platform. I conducted workshops at local libraries about the real estate industry and recommendations for preparing those properties for sale. Okay. Market Ready Staging Solution, which is right here in the Virginia area, serving the whole, I say the DMV, but it means DC, Maryland, Virginia area, because we're so close. With their extensive home staging and furniture rentals for us stagers. So that's a resource that that we can go to, to rent staging furnishings and accessories that we may not have in our own inventory, or for someone who don't have inventory, then they can go there as well. So as a matter of fact, Susan Dreskel, who is the owner, I told her about RESA about maybe 2 years ago when I first visited the showroom. And so voila, she's a member and she's doing very well for the industry.
Awesome.
I think I'm gonna stop there. That's
Well, Yolanda, you clearly are someone who is an influencer in your own right and an inspiration to a lot of fellow stagers in the industry. Can you tell us about someone in business that has influenced you in your business and your journey as a stager?
Oh, yeah, certainly. Well, although I come from an awesome family of entrepreneurs, including, of course, myself. And I'm a caterer, so I do cater on the side. But anyway, and one of my family members that was very impressive to me as I was a little girl growing up in Sumter, South Carolina, was my uncle, and he was a well-known brick mason in the community. He had his own business. He passed away 2 years ago. He's 98, but he served in World War I veteran.
Wow.
Okay. And so he, back then, they didn't have any education. They didn't have any training. All they had was here, their brain to know what they wanted to do. And they had this, they had a heart to get out there and contribute and, build their communities. And that's what he did. I can only imagine back then, he might have had a piece of paper and a pencil to put, okay, I'm gonna do a bathroom here. I'm gonna do the living room, that kind of thing. So that was determination. And so he did very, very well. He developed a lot of, brick by brick properties. And so he was my inspiration, influencer. And I went into interior design in college after I finished high school. But then later on, I'm like, this is hard, it's more like architect. And I'm like, I don't think I want to do this, So I said, well, let me beautify the other side of the design world. So that's when I decided to become an interior decorator. And then I said, I don't want to just tell people I'm an interior decorator. I want to be certified because I want to be able to offer, benefits to my potential clients. I want to be able to get that preferred rating for them so they won't have to pay the full price, whatever. So I went on and I did it for a minute or so. But anyway, I was doing it part-time, my interior decorating, while I was working full-time for the government. So it was kind of a little challenging because I had to work a little late. I called in and I'm like, okay, I'm calling the clients. Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Smith, I can't be there. I'm at the, postpone. So I said, well, Lord, when I do retire, then I will have the time to devote to my clients. And so that's what happened. Now, my second act, of course, is a real estate stager, my mentor. Christine Ray, president of Certified Staging Professional Staging Business Training Academy out of Canada. And her program is one of the, as Shell mentioned, longest RESA accredited training program providers, and has sat on the RESA board herself, and very successful, and has trained over 5,000 members. And another thing is what drove me to them is that he had our own magazine. We have our own magazine, okay, for us graduates to share our, and matter of fact, it was funny, I was looking for the one that I had an article in, and it just so happened to be in this one. So mine was called Working with an Equipped CSP Stager. So with this is a good marketing tool. Put it there in the dental office, someone sitting down, they can read it, and learn more about the industry. Third influencer. Oh, I got some more. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm also a part of my realtor. He's a mover and a shaker with Keller Williams. And he's also, he's excellent. And so he put out his own marketing tool. Okay. And so inside is the properties that I have staged and the pictures and everything. So that's another way that when I go to meet clients, I bring this, y'all bring this with you, to show. They can't just take your word for it. You got I'm a show and tell type.
You bring proof.
Yeah, that's right. And I also have my magazine. It's called Good to Be Home. See my picture there.
Oh, very nice.
Reminder Media. And you can send us out either electronically, but I like hands-on with the magazine. People get in, it has recipes and everything in here. And the front cover, of the page. And then I also, with a personal note to clients, family, friends, other realtors or whatever. And I also indicated in here, I gave them my preferred account number with Sherwin-Williams. So if anybody that wants to, get paint accessories or discount, you have it in there. So you got to know how to promote yourself.
Very good.
Okay, and when I got one more last one. Woohoo! My third influencer is, of course, my chapter. We serve in the Far East, and I'm proud to say I've been a member since May of 2016. With our chapter was established in, and I was proud to see our presidents like Leslie Anderson that went on to be the Virginia State president, and behind her was Terry Langdon Smith, and she stepped into the president role, and then she went on to become the Maryland State president when we have formed the Baltimore chapter. And then McNair Bishop, again, just rolled right on into presidency. And so now she is the Virginia State president. So those are just a few that has influenced me and my business.
Wonderful.
Beautiful.
So that's amazing to hear that you've had that many people who've inspired you and influenced you. Like in leadership, one of the things that we have to do as leaders is to show others how to lead the way through periods of struggle. And with everything that's been going on with COVID and so forth, that's become a very, very, very big part of what we do in leadership. Can you share an experience in your business that you struggled and how did you overcome it?
Well, first, if I may, I don't like to use the word struggle, but I'm going to substitute to the word challenge. Okay. Yeah. Prior to my CSP certification, is one of my services that I offered was the furniture brand manufacturer, where I started off here in my own home, went to a furniture store. I saw some beautiful furniture for my living room and dining room. And I'm like, well, that's a lot of money. So then I said, it's got to be another way that I could possibly help those homeowners, with buying furniture through the manufacturers, like in North Carolina, as you all know, or may not know. North Carolina is the furniture manufacturer of the world. You got High Point, Hickory, Thomasville, all those towns, okay? And so what they do is they will, once they transport furniture here to the furniture stores and put it on the floor room, they mark it up, like tremendously amount. So a lot of the consumers, they don't know that. And I'd be like, oh no, did you see the advertisement on TV? No, don't buy it. I can help you with that. I can help you save money. So with that being said, it has helped me. And so there's another book that came out by Kimberly Cossey, The Furniture Factory Outlet Guide. And in here is a list of all the manufacturers. A lot of them may not have been existent now because they was kind of small and they may be out of business, but it gives you the lines of furniture that you carry. But I still do that to this day, and I help my clients that way as well. So then my family members said, well, you know what, you're really good with this. You're helping a lot of people to save money. You should be getting paid for it. And then I kind of struggle with that. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I don't know really how much I want to charge. And it felt like I felt bad, but I'm like, wait a minute now, how to say, you don't want to give away the farm or whatever. So then that's when I obtained my certification with CSP. And with the training we got, we had to go out on the third day at the time to stage, live property. And oh my God, all of the, it's a lot of work. And I'm like, you know what? That's when I woke up and I'm like, you know what? I am not, I'm going to show my worth. And from there, I no longer had the fear, but of triumph.
Fantastic.
That's awesome. You've done so much even before you've joined RESA. There's a lot of group effort, or you've worked with a lot of people, teams and groups like we do on the board. So what has helped you work with so many people together as a team, or come up to making decisions as a group?
Okay, sure, Ms. Manal. Based on my experiences professionally, and as being a member of several teams and groups, it's just simple. 5 A's. One, always be clear about the decisions that are being made, whether if you establish some kind of criteria, okay? Two, always respect everyone's time. Have a well sought out plan, brainstorm potential solutions and implement those solutions. Three, always try and be mindful of deadlines and other time restrictions. Set evaluation options and select the best one. Four, always be sure all opinions are respected. Again, always be sure all opinions are respected. Everybody's going to come and have their own opinion. Well, we did it this way and it worked this way. And why can't we do that? You know, so you just have to come to a consensus, you know, hear each other out. Don't over talk, but just respect each other. And the fifth one, always remember to don't allow one or two people to dominate all the discussions. But to stay focused on the best interests of the parties involved. Somehow have a monitoring system and evaluate the outcome. Simple. You don't have to make it hard, you know, it's just simple.
I love that answer. And I'm going to ask you, can you text that or shoot that to me in email, your 5 A's?
Yes.
Really. Seriously, I love those.
I would.
Sounded so
and I-
simple when she said that.
It's so simplified. It's like people don't overthink it. But, you know, in reality, I think on our board of directors, I think we have a really nice group of people and I think we do a good job. Jacqueline does a good job at making sure everybody's heard and being able to give their opinions. And I know sometimes when people are new to boards, they, for a couple months, takes them a little while to get their feet wet and everything. And once they do, it's like you can turn them loose and it's like, all right, now we got your opinions. This is all good. So thank you for that. We appreciate that. So clearly, my last question is why are you going to be a good candidate? I think you kind of covered it. So let me ask you a slightly different question. You're obviously very qualified for this type of a role. This leadership really serves you well. It suits you. Why is this role important?
Okay, I'm gonna say this. My track record, Lady Shell. My track record as a recent member, I've demonstrated, I show that I'm committed, devoted, loyal to our organization. I've rolled my sleeves up. I've done the work, continue to do the work and, you know, be a sounding voice to our members. You have some folks that want to come in there and they just want to have their title, you know, have it on their business card or whatever the case is. But what are you doing? What are you contributing? Okay. I experienced not only in my federal government career, which I was able to, you know, be blessed to climb the ladder of 6-figure, but by me serving RESA leadership roles allowed me to inspire those real estate stagers to strive and be the best that they can be in the real estate industry. As I mentioned, I will, regardless, continue to be RESA first ambassador. I'm a team player, okay? And I hold myself accountable. Okay? At the task at hand, I'm flexible. You have to be flexible. I may get, I don't know, an email late or early in the morning. I got to respond. Okay, that's it, you know? Positive attitude. Have that spirit. I think I kind of have that. At least that's what they tell me.
Oh, you have.
You do.
There's no question mark. You have.
And I thank you, ladies, and I will commit to the team and will, you know, work towards solving problems. I will continue to be an advocate for RESA and share the knowledge as I go forth and continue to connect with realtors and inform them. We have our own platform and have a lot to offer, just like their National Association of Realtors, the NAR, you know, and of course we had to continue to educate on the benefits of working with the certified real estate staging experts.
There you have it. Well said.
And I got one more for you. I think we might have, I don't know, I think I covered everything, but I do have a little closing remarks, if I may.
Sure.
Okay, is that all right with everybody?
That's right. Go
All
ahead.
right.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, in closing, I would like to say thank you. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Should I be voted in as one of the RESA board members, I look forward to working on some level with all of our awesome administrative team who works so hard behind the scenes. Gina, Felicia, and Joanna, a big thank you for all that you do. The current board members, you guys are awesome. And to Brian and Courtney, I wish you well as you continue your journey now that your time is up, but I know you will continue to support RESA. Lady Shell, from the first day I met you at the first RESA conference I attended in 2018, I thanked you. I'm sure you remember, I would say, thank you for establishing this type of a platform for us. And thank you for all that you do for the industry. Also to Red and to Christine, I believe. Kristen. I enjoyed your interview and I look forward to working with you. Now, to all RESA members, I continue to be your voice and encourage you to step up in leadership roles because it will benefit you and your career to this industry. And I leave you with this little short message. Believe in yourself right from the start. If you believe in your heart, you'll know that no one can change the path you must go. Believe what you feel and know you're right, because a time will come around when you say it's yours. Believe in yourself right from the start. Believe in the magic that's inside your heart. Believe in yourself as Yo believes in you. And as Hoda Kotb said to Jenna Bush on the 3rd hour of the Today Show, and I'm sure you all have seen the clippings of that, you don't know when your moment's coming. You just take it. That's it.
Well done. Well done.
Bravissima.
All right, everybody. That was quite a show. Yolanda, thank you for everything that you have done
Well,
to this organization, to the industry, and all the things that you hope to accomplish in the future. We certainly appreciate everything that you've done. For the rest of the board of directors, thank you for joining me today. And for everybody else who's watching, thank you for taking a little time out of your day. I was almost going to say to enjoy the view, but we're not on the view. I don't know. You gotta out yourself sometime. But thank you for joining us on another episode of Stager Talk. So until next time, happy staging. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you.